Ctisylla and Ermoharis. One of Aphrodite's duties as goddess of love was to protect marriage and to see that wedding vows were kept. Nothing enraged her more than a broken promise, and woe betide the man who did not keep his word. Alcidamas was harshly punished for such a fault, and this is how the story goes. At a religious festival, a young Athenian named Ermoharis set eyes upon the daughter of Alcidamas, Ctisylla, and fell in love with her at first sight. He took an apple, which is a symbol of great love, carved a few words upon it, and threw it to Ctisylla. The beautiful girl picked up the apple and, as was the custom, read out aloud a phrase which was written upon it. The young man swore to the goddess Aphrodite that he would take Ctisylla for his wife. However, Ctisylla was shamed by Ermoharis' gesture. She threw the apple back and hurriedly left the feast. But the young man, deeply in love, went to the girl's father and asked for her hand in marriage. Alcidamas saw that he was a good young man with serious intentions, so he gave his consent. The young man went happily home and told his parents, who were as overjoyed as he was. But the happiest of all was Ctisylla herself, for she realized that Ermoharis was an honest and reliable young man who deserved all the love she could give him. However, matters did not proceed as happily as they had begun. Shortly afterwards, Alcidamas broke off his daughter's engagement without consulting anyone, because a young man from a wealthy family had come to ask for her hand. When Ermoharis learned of this, he ran to find his beloved Ctisylla, but he could find her nowhere. He searched the whole town and then combed the surrounding forest, and finally, when dusk fell, went into a temple exhausted. And whom did he find in the temple but Ctisylla? In despair over his father's cruel decision, she had gone there to seek the help of gods. Ctisylla, she had hardly heard him call her name before they were in each other's arms, their eyes mist with tears. Ctisylla realized that her love for Ermoharis was so great that she could not live without him. So, with the blessing of the goddess Aphrodite, she swore to become his faithful companion her whole life long. Now, no other way was open to her but flee her father's home in secret. She told her nurse of her troubles, and the old woman, who loved her like daughter, agreed to be of assistance. And so, one night, Ctisylla ran away from her father's house, and the next day she married Ermoharis. Blind with rage, Alcidamas smashed everything that lay within his reach and shouted that he would kill them both. He scoured the countryside in search of them, but all in vain. Some time later, however, news came to him that his daughter had given birth to her first child. This happy event softened the heart of Alcidamas. Feelings of fatherly love welled up inside him, and he was overcome with happiness. Now he could hardly wait to see his daughter, Hem, and his little grandchild. But this joy was short-lived, for grave misdeeds are often followed by grave consequences. And now a second message came to tell Alcidamas of his daughter's death. For Alcidamas had sworn on the sacred laurel that he would give his daughter to Ermoharis, and because he broke his vow, he was punished by Ctisylla's death. Yet Aphrodite pitied the young mother who had been made to pay so high a price for her father's broken promises. As they were carrying Ctisylla to her grave, a white bird came winging out of her coffin. When they opened it, they found it empty. The goddess Aphrodite had transformed Ctisylla into a dove. And every night, above Ctisylla's home, as Ermoharis lay sleeping with his child, a white dove fluttered in the darkness.